You're watching MTV Music Television broadcasting live right around Australia as we put the spotlight on Mr. D. Bowie, who's on his Greatest Hits World Tour, performing his many classics for the last time, he reckons. Our buddy Kurt Loder caught up with Bowie in Italy, and we discovered he still gets nervous after more than 2 decades in the public eye.
David Bowie's been knocking them dead on stage for more than 20 years now, and yet he still gets nervous before he goes on. How come?
I can't remember my words. I never have been able to. So I always think I'm going to forget everything. I always get that nightmare that I go on stage and I haven't learnt a word, and I'm just stuck out there and all this music's playing and I've got no ideas. What did I write? I can't remember a word of it.
He didn't forget any words in Orlando, though, and one song he's unlikely to have problems with at any time is the classic Rebel Rebel, which he's been playing since 1974, which means he's been doing the song how many times?
I've done something like 15 tours, I think. That is one that I've always done, I think, in every show. And each tour is usually about 80 to 100 cities, so you work it out.
You got your mother in the world. She's not so.
1,200 times.
Yeah.
Do you get pumped up for it on this tour?
Oh, every night. You've picked on the one song that I find the most difficult to do in the entire show. It was written for an age when I was at a particular age.
But age didn't seem to be an issue as Bowie rocked through his 2-hour, 23-song set. The 43-year-old Bowie doesn't work out or anything, but that doesn't mean he doesn't share the current mania for physical fitness.
Oh, yeah, I believe the body's a sacred temple, and you've got to be really careful what you put in it. I do the show, isn't that enough?
Bowie isn't doing Ziggy Stardust or any of the other characters he's invented over the years this time out. This show is strictly Bowie as Bowie.
I think that the idea that I would be performing as me was sort of, I don't think it was well received. I think people liked the idea of me becoming all these different characters, but it wasn't doing me as a person any good.
Bowie's 1987 Glass Spider tour drew a lot of critical flack for its cluttered staging, so this year's outing is totally stripped down. A 4-piece backup band led by longtime Bowie collaborator Adrian Belew and an enormous see-through projection scrim on which live images and film segments are projected simultaneously. It seems simple enough when you see it, but Bowie says putting it all together wasn't.
Nobody had created something that could show video that large. We had to develop state-of-the-art type equipment to actually show the thing. So it's interactive with film and video and stage.
And Bowie himself will be moving on to new things in the future. He insists that this is the last time he'll be performing his old hits.
I'll stand or fall on the strength of the material that I write from now on, which is what I want to do. I don't want to be doing Suffragette City at 50.
Good night, folks.
Yes, and David Bowie will be bringing his Greatest Hits tour to Australia later in the year. It's interesting, isn't it? He obviously wants to start an entirely new chapter in his career, unencumbered by his previous works. The new video includes a lot of familiar footage and is a remix of the classic Fame, given the 90s treatment. David Bowie.